Ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and my apologies for stepping away for a little while. Outdoors type stuff interfered with my ability to upload, but sore, sunburnt to the point of feeling deep fried, and tired as I am, there is a situation that warranted my immediate attention, as well as my signal boosting it to you all here, and that is the recent news surrounding the defamation lawsuit filed against fellow YouTuber and my personal friend, Upper Echelon, where he is being sued by Mario Nawfal for $11 million. Mario Nawfal has become a rising Twitter e-celebrity in recent years, and Upper Echelon has produced numerous YouTube videos showcasing Nawfal's shady actions and business dealings that have showcased what an excellent investigator and presenter Upper Echelon is. Among those video series, we saw numerous whistleblowers come forward with additional information and evidence that further showed what a terrible excuse for a human being Mario Nawfal is, and what the company IBC Group has done in the past and continues to do. Those are some excellently done videos, and I highly recommend that if you haven't seen them, you check them out. Links for everything pertinent to this situation will be in the pinned comment down below. Regardless, earlier today, Upper Echelon released a video on his channel showcasing how Mario Nawfal is indeed suing him for $11 million. And this action Mario Nawfal is taking is not any sort of moral high ground defense against an evil YouTuber, no. This lawsuit is being filed with what I see it to be as clear spitefulness and malicious intent, clearly evidenced by a text message screenshot that Upper Echelon shared within his video and also shared with me privately when I was speaking with him earlier today. And within that screenshot, Mario Nawfal clearly states that he intends to bleed Upper Echelon financially and is seeking to see this content removed from YouTube. And that right there is not the act of a person seeking to see their good name restored. Not by any means, no. It is the act of a person who wishes to silence critique and to silence free speech because he doesn't like the information about his actions and how they have negatively impacted numerous people over the years being brought to light. Now, I know Upper Echelon. We've been friends for a long time now. We don't necessarily stay in contact on a daily or even weekly basis, but we both know that the other person is there if we ever need to talk, share information, or what have you and whatnot. Funnily enough, for those of you that don't know this, when Upper Echelon and me first interacted with each other, it was not at all a pleasant experience for either of us. In fact, it was outright hostile, and I was the one who fired first. It was on Twitter, where Upper Echelon released a video that I strongly disagreed with, and someone had linked me to him on Twitter asking my opinion, which the less than sober version of me that was Sid who still drank at that time, which don't worry, I've actually sworn off alcohol altogether for almost a full year now with no problem. But regardless, I did not do well within that Twitter argument that ensued between Upper Echelon and myself. Suffice to say that he completely destroyed me within that argument. He then told me in DM that he was posting a video regarding that interaction, and the following day, he did. A much more sober me picked apart those arguments of both the video he posted regarding our Twitter debate and, more pointedly, the original video that I found a lot of reason to be critical over, and I subsequently trounced him in that debate stage. But through that, both of us came to an understanding, and we respect the other's positions, and from that mutual respect, there was no animosity between us, and we quickly became friends. I've collaborated with him since then, particularly in regards to Andrew Arbini, the con man of Regal Reserve, which was another excellent example of Upper Echelon outing a grifter and scam artist. And this recent grifter and scam artist, Mario Nawfal, feels that he can just use money to bury the truth. A time-honored tradition of the scam artist with deep pockets, I know, but it is something that should never be tolerated or allowed to happen. Now, I know this is not at all a long video, at least it's not going to be. Part of the reason for that is while I know what I'm doing in regards to my own defamation lawsuit and the copyright lawsuit that are currently filed against me by the serial ass clown Acerthorn, I don't want to go through the lawsuit filed against Upper Echelon and inadvertently give Mario Nawfal potential opportunity to shore up his case against a friend of mine. That would be inadvisable at best and extremely foolhardy regardless of the situation. Now, I've done some content regarding the Acerthorn lawsuits because I know the ins and outs of that situation so well that the only potential gotcha moment that Acerthorn thinks he has, he doesn't. All he has is something that might have been a gotcha had the contextual statement I made literal seconds after his supposed gotcha moment completely defeats his argument. Everything else I've stated in regards to the lawsuits he has filed against me are opinion and interpretation of his filings that really provide no real clue or indication as to how they will be argued against in court. Now, I can't reasonably say the same thing about Mario Nawfal's $11 million lawsuit against Upper Echelon, though. Frankly, while I have watched all of Upper Echelon's videos covering this subject, I do not have all of the behind-the-scenes information Upper Echelon does that provides the additional context and facts that further reinforce what he has put out publicly. However, regardless of what information I am able to discuss or not discuss here, Upper Echelon has started a GoFundMe to help with his legal defense, as Mario Nawfal does have deep pockets, and it is clear that he has no compunction about simply attempting to outmoney Upper Echelon in order to attempt to force him to capitulate. In fact, that is clearly his stated goal, as evidenced by the text message screenshot I showed previously. As such, this is not a long video by any means, but it doesn't reasonably need to be. This is me signal boosting the issues that a friend and fellow content creator is facing at the hands of a morally and ethically bankrupt social media grifter who somehow has the ear of Elon Musk. And also to ask you, my audience, to help spread the word. Tell other creators about this. Tell news outlets about this. DM people, email them, at them on social media. Make sure people are aware of what is going on here. And don't take my word for it. Go watch Upper Echelon's videos covering Mario Nawfal, and you'll see why this grifter is so dead set on silencing critique and journalism. This is me simply trying to help a friend. And I hope that I've earned enough of people's respect over the years to know that I do not make these gestures lightly. So links to Upper Echelon's playlist covering Mario Nawfal's actions, along with a link to the GoFundMe, will be in the pinned comment down below. I know I should be campaigning for my own legal defense fund right now, but many of you know me, and you know I always put my friends first. So help me to help him. Like I said, raise awareness as far as you can, and if you have the ability to donate, I highly encourage you to do so. Tomorrow, we'll be discussing Ubisoft and the whole situation over account deletions, so until then, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am SidAlpha, and I'll see you next time.